You are now listening to a Doc Martin production.
Get those nerds! Frackin' nerds!
They say the meek will inherit the earth. We say the nerds are already in control. Welcome to the Frackin' Nerds, episode number 282. I'm your host, Doc Martin, and joining me first on the show, let me see. I'll start with a guy I can actually see his head. I'll start with our own from the Indiana side, Chris Class. Welcome, Chris.
Thank you for having me again, Doc. You never clapped. Is that going to be our official clap?
Fuck. Yep. Let's just go ahead and clap.
There we go.
I didn't even hear it. I'm going to do it myself. Okay, there we go.
A little peek behind the peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, production, so that the audio and everything matches up. Oh, great. Yep, I completely. Saturday, I'm thrown off. Did we lose Josh? Is he dead? Because he's no thumbs up from him, so I guess we're okay. That's good.
You roll with it.
Yes. So once again, I guess you're always promoting some other podcast when you're on our show. So you got Tell Him Steve Dave hat on.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really promote back row hecklers anymore because
you have to do shows to promote the. Yeah.
That's true.
But it's not dead. The podcast is still available for listeners, right? Like old episodes.
Old ones are, yeah. So you can say it's on life support.
Okay.
But I'm willing to do a little BLS, a little ACLS on it to bring it back to life, though. But it's been, COVID's just fucked everything up, man. So
and it looks like you have a little bit of a collection behind you there.
Yeah,
in your background.
So I decided to change up the background a little bit instead of it being the white wall that I'm usually behind.
I want to tell you, we were working on it before the show started, and class had just a random Captain America poster, still in like a sealed, with the cardboard showing, just kind of just sitting back there. Then he grabbed an X-Men one that was just glaring. And I was like, let's, and then he's like moving his like laptop around, and I'm like, you've got a perfect setup right there with all your figures already in display. Just turn yourself around, and that's where he's at.
Because most of the time, here's another peek behind the curtain. Here's some of my comics. I sit over back in that corner.
Yep, there's that X-Men poster.
Where that X-Men poster is. So it's a white background, and so yeah, I don't know. Like Doc said, we were talking about it, and his your background looks awesome with everything going on there. And so I was like, oh fuck it, let me show off my Legends, some of my Star Wars Black figures.
Yeah,
up
there
here.
you go.
I have my Avengers.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, I have it broken up into tiers. So
just figure if anybody actually did watch the show and you got robbed, just know it was probably this podcast that got us robbed. And
I could use this for insurance purposes.
That's true.
Clearly, You can see I had a Jubilee right there. Archangel is right there hanging. He's flying away. So it's like, I don't know. I did have a Nimrod, a Psylocke, and a Phantom X that was delivered today, but I Amazon, I've ordered a million things a million times from Amazon. Today, for the first time, I walked to the front porch and I'm like, yes, my package is here. And I was like, fuck, they didn't put it in a box, didn't put it in an envelope. They put the actual, like, the Phantom X, like the 3-pack Marvel Legends package. Like, I had, like, any of these packages that are like MOC behind me, and they just slapped a shipping sticker on it. And sent it out
like
that way.
Like you went and bought it from Toys R Us and it had the price tag and stuff on there.
Yeah.
No, I sent you the picture of the new setup where I've got the curved monitor and everything else. I ordered this about a week ago, and I see it got delivered. Oh yeah, it's not in any kind of box that would like deter somebody. Big 27-inch curved monitor, just Samsung, just sitting there on my porch.
Yep. I think people would be more likely to like steal something like that than like toys.
Well, no, I mean, but if you're a kid walking around and you see like, hey, that's a toy, I'm gonna friggin' take it. But yes, the Samsung monitor would probably get stolen much quicker. And then I just ordered a Wi-Fi to kind of help with the production, and it's fucking just not even in a box. So thanks, Amazon. Just glad none of my stuff.
Did they really send it yours like that too?
Yeah, hold on.
They really did send it? Like, I thought you were just talking shit. I didn't know that they really did it. Okay, I don't feel so bad now because I thought, I don't know.
I put my ears in. But there's a label.
Is Amazon just running out of like shipping
Yes,
containers?
so there it is. So, yep, they just like, hey, here's your router. Thanks, Amazon. You could have put it in a box.
Like, you live in like
I live in a condo,
like a townhouse.
Yeah,
like condos, and that's very like, oh my god, like I at least live in the country. Like,
yeah, there you go.
Except my,
I've never had any issues. I've got my Ring
like,
camera set up, so if somebody did steal something, I could at least see that. But luckily, everyone's pretty honest around here, so I'm not worried about it. I would go to Joshua, but Jesus Christ, we never knew. I mean, he's just, I don't know what he's doing. You want to?
I was ready for you to fucking introduce me, you fucking retard.
Well, I didn't know. Why don't you tell me? Tell me your gimmick that you're looking to do, motherfuckers. Like the whole time. Which, if I'll throw the wide shot on, is all we fucking saw. I thought he was still working on his TV because he needed to watch NBA for some reason.
I just was like, you ragged me about my hair and everything, so now I'm like, oh, look, freshly cut. You ruined it.
Well, then tell me the joke we're working on so I can at least, I didn't know.
I figured you could pick up on that.
No, I thought you were still fucking working on something. I was like, motherfucker, we're doing the show and he's still bent over working on that.
I kept doing this, and I was like, I thought it, because UFC's going on right now. I thought you were listening to UFC results and stuff.
Like the two fights at the end.
So let's do that again. Joshua, just go back there. Go back there, do this again. All right, and then finally, all the way, hold on here, from the East Coast, it is... Look at that. Look at that. Yeah.
Yeah. Woo! Freshly.
Damn. Ain't nobody dope as him. He's dressed so flesh. Let me fuck it up. So flesh, so clean. So fresh, so clean. Fuck it.
That flesh.
A lot of flesh. That threw me off. Because you're looking so fresh. Starting off with a shit show.
It's all right. It's a great thing.
It's always a shit show.
So remember, if you're listening to the podcast, check it out on YouTube, the live version of this, which now I will edit to make it look like the joke worked. And but if you're listening to the audio, you know it did work. And so that's something special for you. We're now on Amazon Music. So if you got Amazon Music, you can find our podcast along with Google. Actually, virtually any podcasting site, you can find the show. And so, yeah, you should definitely come find us. And come find us on YouTube so you can see what our ugly mugs look like and see what Joshua's new look looks like. And then go back to watch older shows and see what it was previously. So, yeah. But
So are we on Spotify?
What's that?
We on Spotify?
Yeah, we're on Spotify.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
We're coming for you.
I'm not making Joe Rogan kind of money, that's for sure.
Because they don't want us on the show.
Well, on today's show, no Marvel movies for 2020. More of the boys coming to Amazon, and Among Us game developers are being sus on the sequel. And it looks like Joshua posting on Twitter that he's finally played it, and he was like, I don't understand the big deal about this. And I said, Joshua's being sus. I think we vote him out. Have you played Among Us there, class?
I got
I haven't. I don't have a PS4.
You don't need. It's fucking on Android.
Android. I have an Apple phone.
It's on Apple too, right?
Yeah. That's what I downloaded it on my Apple phone.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've got on my Android phone here.
I just have it.
All right, you should put it on there. It's fun. We'll talk about
What's
that.
it called?
It's not fun.
Among Us. It is fun. It is.
Among Us. I'll download it right now.
See, what we should do is after the show, you get it on there, and then we'll get into a game while play and see what it goes.
Classes are gonna like it.
Anyway, Amazon is set to open 1,000 neighborhood small delivery hubs. They're looking for different places in cities and suburbs around the U.S. to get products closer to the consumers so that they don't have to put it into boxes and just leave your shit out like we've already realized.
That's fucked up, man.
It is fucked up.
But you know what the thing is? I think maybe because it's they have those mini people or their own delivery service. Maybe they were just like, fuck it, let's just put it without a shipping box. That's probably why.
You
Yeah,
know where
'cause-
I live, it's directly. If I look in my backyard, there's like a little bit of land. There's trees, but there's an Amazon building literally like across the street in my backyard. And I mean, yeah, they didn't have to.
I mean, here's
don't
the
know
thing. It got delivered. Both of ours got delivered by an Amazon employee. It wasn't UPS. It wasn't FedEx. So if somebody really wanted, they know what that is. They could have just dropped it off, taken a picture of it, said it was delivered, and then just picked it up and take it with them.
Yeah.
Not really.
Why?
I mean, if they were like a toy collector, for me, that was yours. Like,
If you're saying the delivery person can steal it? Is that
Well,
what
yeah,
you're saying?
because we were talking about I had my 27-inch curved monitor that didn't have the sticker or didn't have it boxed. It was just sitting out there in its box telling everybody what it was.
Yeah, but I mean that's fucked up. But once they take that picture, that's documented. That they delivered it. So when you go, hey, like you said you delivered it, but the person didn't receive it. What's going on here? They're gonna have to answer those questions.
They'll answer the
I'm not
question.
really-
Now, I would assume that if you've got multiple complaints of where you delivered and they never got it, then you'd probably lose your job.
FedEx guy delivered the shit from my.
But
Go to his house
I
and
mean,
just
but there's
stack
no
it.
unless
Shit.
you've got something that like I have a ring on my house. Like if you just went and grabbed it and then took it off, then you wouldn't know.
You're right, but it's like, hey, you said like once you get Amazon sends you the delivery notification. Like whenever I send stuff to Matt's house, it shows a picture of the item in front of his door, in front of my door. I just go, yo, you guys said you delivered this, but it wasn't here, and nobody was home. So who took it? And if they're like, oh, we're sorry, they're just gonna send you a new one or issue a refund.
exactly.
Because
But that delivery driver could end up be like, oh shit, I don't know what happened. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
he has a 3-pack of Marvel Legends, and then I have another one too. But his is on the house because he laid it there, took a picture, snacked it, or snatched it.
But eventually,
Snacked
they're
it?
Like, hey, like
Snatched it. I'm pulling a doc. I
I
can't
know.
talk tonight, man. I don't know what's going on.
I know you've been yawning this.
eventually they're
I
gonna be
know.
like, hey, dude, every time you deliver something, something's missing. What's going on here? And he's probably gonna wind up getting in trouble.
How is it the guy that has been off for 2 weeks and the two of us that have been working all day come home and you're the motherfucker who's been yawning this whole show? Class.
Me, no, I was yawning before the show.
There you was.
I've been thinking that to myself. No, I won't yawn. I'll pull a Joshua if I have to yawn and do that.
And then reveal yourself. Well, guys, you need to wear a mask out in public. One item you should not be wearing is a live snake. A guy tried to board a UK bus with a live snake covering his mouth and then was told that that did not work and had to be removed for it.
Get those motherfucking snakes off that motherfucking bus is what they needed to do.
There's a snake on this motherfucking thing.
Now, if you wonder what about snake skin, that is not a good COVID protector, so that will not work either.
Any animal is not a good
No.
COVID protector.
Or you have the guy at my work who came in with it was like fishnets on his face. With like
He's gonna rob the place.
no, like it was a mask, right? Like a normal mask, but it was just open and holy and everything else.
That
Like-
sounds like some fucking 50 Shades of Grey type shit.
If-
Like, he's like,
if-
oh,
I mean,
fuck,
yeah,
didn't
if
have
you're,
anything,
like,
just
in a
got done with, like,
bedroom.
session.
Yeah, if you're in a bedroom, maybe, but not like when you're trying to protect people. It felt like it was just the guy was like, you're going to make me wear a mask. I'm going to wear a mask that doesn't do anything.
Bring out the gimp.
Yeah.
That's what someone needs to roll with a fucking ball in their mouth like Pulp Fiction.
Well, guys, in movie news, Tom Cruise is looking to work with SpaceX. We've talked about this in the past, but filming will start October 21st, and he will be heading into space to shoot a movie, the first time ever a movie shot in space. I swear, it feels like Tom Cruise is going to do everything he can to murder himself while shooting a movie.
Do you think he's just trying to get closer to? He's a Scientologist, closer to the Scientologist L. Ron Hubbard spaceship.
Well, no, I don't think he's in a
Ooh, where the
spaceship.
fuck
The alien souls are supposed to be in the Earth.
In a yeah, it's supposed to be in a volcano. Actually.
Yeah.
Really? I thought there was a spaceship that they came and they got.
No,
you.
the spaceship
no.
crashed and all the alien souls are
Oh.
buried underneath, and then they are supposed to be released, and then there's
That's
this like
the fucking story. That's Transformers.
no. There's a South Park episode if you want to watch it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
it's the closet episode with Tom Cruise. Watch it, and they actually explain what they believe, and at the bottom there's a ticker saying, "We're not bullshitting you. This is true." Yes.
That's crazy. But in Transformers, you remember, like, they had the big fucking, their plane or their spaceship crashed into a side of a mountain, and then, like, millions of years later or whatever, it erupted, and the Transformers came back to life or whatever. So, and that's how they...
Well, that happened in the cartoon. Do you not recall?
The cartoon.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Not the movies.
No, the movie they came down in those little asteroids.
Yeah, I'm not worried about that shit. I'm
Okay.
talking about
They
legit.
look like regular fucking robots, and then they just copy like a car.
Yeah, they just scan the car.
Alright.
They're like, I'm going to change to this now. Which, like,
So-
why would you just keep the look that you picked? Why wouldn't you constantly be changing, especially if somebody's hunting you?
It's to, like, blend in, you know?
Yeah, but if you scan,
in,
like
like-
if, all right, let's say they're looking for Optimus. Why would you stay as? Why would he stay as a truck? Why wouldn't he scan something else or scan something that could be more powerful?
Yeah. I don't know. Good point.
All right,
Why
thanks.
wouldn't they? Why wouldn't Tom Cruise film a movie in front of like a fucking green screen?
I don't know. I like.
Dude, I just got done watching. Well, all right, we talk about like I don't watch shit, but I binged watch on Netflix Challenger: The Final Flight. I I did. It was very depressing.
So the boys is out here, season 1 and half of season 2, and you're just like, let me watch this documentary about a ship that blows up when we were in grade school.
I am a sucker for documentaries.
Well, you know how it ends.
Yeah, I know. I was like, spoiler alert. Like, I
Yeah.
don't think they're gonna make it.
They
out
die.
alive.
Nope.
I remember that. I mean, I'm sure a lot of Joshua probably. You weren't born, I don't think. I don't know, 86.
84, so I was
Alright.
probably a kid.
I was
You
at
you know
fourth
why
grade.
you know why those crew members did not have dandruff, right? Because they found their head and shoulders all over the beach.
You want to know what's fucked up? Is that like? So I went down this rabbit hole afterwards, reading about it.
Thank you,
They
Joshua.
are speculating that apparently all of them had these like in the event of like depressurization, whatever you would call
Yeah,
it.
that's the word, yeah.
You know, is that what it's called?
Yep.
Okay. They could have these like portable oxygen tanks to kick on, but you have to manually turn that on. They said the only way it would automatically be turned on is if like the bottom of whatever they were on busted out and they lost their like the air pressure in there. Well, there wasn't enough damage. Like I guess everything around them blew up, but like the section where they were in, it didn't blow up, and it was still basically intact. It went shooting up another, who knows, I think they said like 225 more miles or something. Maybe my numbers are all fucked up. It went shooting up, and they said fell for like 2.5 minutes. When they found it, like 3 of like the 8 tanks or whatever, 3 of them had been turned on. They survived that like explosion. God forbid, dude. There has to. What a horrible way to go.
I
man.
mean,
Like,
did
that
they
story
survive
couldn't
it? Because I mean, they were still you're going towards the ground.
They survived up until that point, so hopefully, like, they survived until they died, but they didn't like die in that explosion, man. Like,
Yeah, like the
dude,
one thing you
it's-
thought that was gonna get them didn't get them.
like, and that's what they were saying. Like, hopefully, like they because like I think they said that happened in January 28th, and in March they found the capsule like 100 miles or like 18 miles away, 100 feet deep into the water, and they pulled it out, and they're like, I mean, the remains were like they couldn't even tell what things were because it was just like imagine going just like you're miles up in the air, and just splat, nothing. And but they could tell based off of that someone flipped those oxygen tanks on.
So they tried.
Oh, dude, what a fucking it was so depressing. It was very good, but like, dude, when they were saying that, they're like, the first teacher in space and this, that, and the other. And it was like, now Tom Cruise thinks he. What a
Yep,
fucking
Tom
idiot,
Cruise
dude.
is gonna go into space and shoot a movie.
He's
I mean,
an
get
alpha
on-
male.
I mean, I guess he is like you know, he like hang on, he like legit hung on the side of a plane for like Mission Impossible.
Yep.
Yeah, that was him.
I mean, like, all right.
But he's an alpha male. That's like what he likes to do. Like that's like I was reading the book about the pickup artist thing, and the guy was on set for the first Mission Impossible, and they were trying to run over the stunt with the motorcycle, and Tom Cruise was like, "Yeah, I could do that stunt." The stunt coordinator is like, "You don't have to." He goes, "No, but I want to do it," and he fucking did it. And Tom Cruise is like, "That's right, I'm fucking Tom Cruise."
Wow.
That's just him in a nutshell. Like he's just a beta alpha male. Like,
God. Yeah.
Like, look at the Jack Reacher thing. They was like, "Yeah, we want this short guy to play a guy who's 6 foot something with blonde hair." Like, yeah,
Nope.
he did it. The first one was good. Second one sucked.
Yep. Well, guys, if you didn't know, there's going to be no Marvel films for 2020. It'll be the first time, and I think in like 16 years, that there has not been a Marvel movie.
Well,
Black Widow's movie.
Marvel TV.
What's that?
There's going to be Marvel TV.
I mean, they're saying WandaVision may be released before the end of the year. I mean, we may get a couple episodes, but it's not the
No,
whole.
they said December, right? December's the release date?
Yeah, but I mean, they could release it the last week of December for that first episode, just to hit that mark.
So who cares? As long as we get it.
Yeah, but it's episodic. You can't binge them all.
Yeah.
But I don't mind. Hopefully they don't do a fucking Mandalorian where it's like 15, 20 minutes, 15. I hate episodes like that. Fuck that.
Yeah. Mandalorian was awesome, but they like because it was so short. Some of those episodes were like, how did we get here? Like they rushed. Like it didn't start off that way, but that one where like apparently like he was kind of falling for that chick, and it was like one scene it's like there, then the next scene without even explaining, it's like, well, you've been here for like months now. And he's like, I know, I have to go, and it's like, what? Like really?
Yeah,
like you just meet this chick and she's like about to take off your helmet? Like I don't know.
Do you see he really wants to film without the helmet?
Oh,
and
fuck.
they're just like,
Dude.
no, that's the whole point. Well, because he wants to show his face. So he's getting tired. He's getting tired of acting and wearing the costume. He wants to take it off and show his face. And they're just like, nope. And so there was talks that he may quit the show. And I was just like, no.
Dude, he's cool, but it's like they could replace him with anyone.
Well, it's called The Mandalorian. It's not called whatever that character is. And if you bring Boba Fett in, and then you're like, oh, you want to be a dick? Fine. We'll just continue on with Boba Fett because he's still a Mandalorian.
Why can't they just do the voice over them and then just get another person to do like?
That's really what I mean. That's the majority of the scenes are whatever that actor who fills in for the stunt double. Yeah. Yeah, and then like, hey, we're just do your.
Like, I don't understand what the problem is.
I don't either.
Took your mask off at the last episode. We saw what you look like. Okay, who cares? Like, no one cares.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, if you set a whole thing, don't break away from it. That's what I loved about Carl Urban and the Judge Dredd. You know, Dredd never takes his helmet off.
Yeah, but at least Dredd has like that part where it's like, you can see his mouth moving.
Well, yeah, but that's part of the comic. That's what he looks like.
But this guy, he's got his whole fucking.
Yeah, he's got the whole face.
It's like when it was like, oh, Boba Fett's gonna be played by the guy who played Boba Fett the original, and
that means that motherfucker's taking the mask off, is what it is. Yeah.
And I'm just like, why? Why would you do that? Like, why not just have it somewhat like? I don't understand.
Because it means he's gonna have the mask off. Is what it's gonna mean.
No, they didn't even have to do that. Why would Boba Fett have to take his mask off? Like, we don't need.
Well, then why do you hire the actor who played Django?
Just so like fanboys will be like, "Oh, that's really him." Yeah, fuck yeah. Like,
yeah.
Who cares?
But I was like
even with this Pedro, what's his name? Pedro Pascal.
That's who's playing the Mandalorian. Yes,
Pablo Pascal. Like, who cares? Like,
the Latin accent came out.
Pablo Pascal. Like, yeah, I mean, like, if he wants to play hardball, they could just easily kick him out and then put someone in. Dude, they're doing like with Cleveland. Like, they're not letting the white dude do the voice anymore. They're replacing him with like.
No, that's not what happened. He stepped down because he was just like, I think maybe a black guy should do the voice.
Is that what happened? Okay.
Yeah, he was like, I just think it's better if like a black person does the voice. And I'm like,
it's the same with Hank Azaria. He stepped away from a lot of the characters that are different ethnicity.
Well, and that's cool. Like, that's like, that's I'm whatever. whatever. Like it's all good, but like the guy who's going to be doing the Cleveland voice, it's not like the voice is changing. Like the dude sounds just like Cleveland.
Yes.
So
Why
it's
you
like,
wouldn't
that's not
change the
changing. So
voice?
it's
That'd
like,
be
hey, that's
weird.
perfect. Yeah.
So they
that's
found
perfect.
a black person to sound just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sound like the white guy
Yeah,
doing the
it
voice.
is
The dude sounds like he does a great Cleveland impression. And it's like, hey, and if they feel better about doing that, then it's like, man, dude, I'm all for it. That's great.
But it was
like,
never a problem the fucking 30 years before fucking Family Guy was on. So
I know, and it's like, it's man, look at everything going on right now.
I know, but
so-
like it's like, listen, like I think Family Guy and Steph MacFarlane would have been like, but he's not that type of person. He
Yeah.
could have been like, wait a minute, this wasn't a problem before.
No.
Now it's a problem.
I've seen
big-
people online.
Well, people
They think,
online
oh,
are
you're
like,
gonna really
"Oh,
go
hey,
out
do you
there
guys
like
realize
Brian's
that's a
voice
white?"
now?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like they were like, "Oh, we didn't know it was a," because you don't know who voice actors are. You don't know what they look like typically.
No, but even with Big Mouth, I knew who that voice was. It's like, oh, that's Jenny Slate's voice.
Oh, well,
And
yeah,
I'm
it
like,
is.
Okay. So, and even technically, the character's biracial. So,
Yes, and she's Jewish, so she could still do.
I'm like, do the voice. And I
Yeah.
was like, why are they making a big deal about
Yep.
this? Like, I don't, like, it wasn't a big deal the first 2 seasons. Now it's a fucking big deal. And she's doing a voice. Like, it's not like, I don't think a black girl sounds like that, but she's like, woo, 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 woo. And I'm like, okay, it suits the character. A nerdy fucking little girl.
Yeah,
Like, it's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
they
I'm
feel
like,
they feel
it-
like it's
you know,
taken
as
away
long as-
from other groups being able to get jobs.
Is that what the whole like?
Yeah.
I don't know
Was
what the whole
anybody pining for fucking that job?
for Cleveland.
Yeah,
No, because like any self-respecting voice actor is probably going to take a good job. But it was like, listen, you follow Family Guy. Half those people know each other. They grew up with each other. Fucking Seth MacFarlane's sister was the original voice of Meg, and that parlayed her to do the voice for the daughter on American Dad.
no, you're
because
incorrect.
Mila Kunis came in.
No, you're incorrect.
No. The first one
yes.
was the chick from Party of Five.
That's
back
correct.
in the day.
So one of the sisters, I thought Seth MacFarlane's sister did the voice for Meg at one point. Sorry.
I mean, they might be related. I don't know.
No, they're
because
not.
I thought she
No.
like that's why they made a joke about that on one of the
Lacey.
Sherbet.
Sherbet.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Mhm.
The chick from when she on like what was that movie? She's All That or
It's American. It's
No,
American
Party of
movie.
Five.
she was in Party of Five. What was she in?
No, she was in not another teen movie
Yeah,
because she was playing the part of
That's
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
That's what it was.
Yes.
That's
And
what
she
it
says
was.
at the end, "You could bone me up my butt."
Yeah. And it's like, oh.
No, she didn't. No, that was a different character. She said she doesn't screw guys, but she'll give handies for the letters. that they
That's
give.
what it
Yes.
was. Okay, that's what it was. Something like that. All right.
If you've not seen not another teen movie, if you want to see Chris Evans and his really kind of beginning, it's actually a pretty funny movie. If you've not seen it,
Ted Mosby's in it from How I Met Your Mother.
at the beginning again, very
At the
little, very
At the
little.
end.
And Chris Evans
No, wait.
with whipped cream on himself.
That's
but
right.
Not like
Kinda-
not like that. Not like the picture that he leaked out. Whoops.
Did you go hunt that thing down?
Peep that?
No.
Yeah, that's a yes.
I mean,
that's a yes.
It's yeah.
What are you trying to compare yourself? Like what is Captain America packing?
Can I compare to Captain America?
Could you? So then, yes. Could you?
I mean, it wasn't like I don't think I'm that far off. It
All
wasn't that
right.
impressive. So I was like,
I mean, that's America's penis
I
right
could
there.
be Bucky. Like that's not bad. Like, maybe Cap has me by a little, but not much.
So with the delays of
That's
Black Widow moving to 2020, now pushes the Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings back to July 9th of 2021. And the Eternals is moving to November 5th of 2021.
I mean, you've never like looked to see like you know when you hear about like a celebrity, like even if it's a dude, like so what? It's like it's not like I'm getting off like looking at it. I'm just like let's see what he's got going on.
You know what, Chris? You need to shut the fuck up right now.
I'm just saying, totally different than like like the what was her name, Jennifer Lawrence thing. Like totally different than that.
Oh, so
But
you're
it's
saying
like,
you jerked off to her pictures naked?
Yeah, I'm sure
Okay.
I did. I'm sure I did.
All right.
Not
Ew.
Captain America. I think it was just like I don't know. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. But like I dove a little deeper on that.
All right, as we continue Marvel talk, Ant-Man 3.
It is. She was Mystique. So come on.
Ant-Man 3 being the first Marvel movie to have the same director for the first 3 episodes, has now signed on Jonathan Majors, who, if you've not seen Lovecraft Country, is a good job. And speculations, I don't know if it's been confirmed, but he's maybe playing King the Conqueror in it.
And then they confirmed that? Like,
I think they kind of confirmed it, yeah.
No, they said he's been cast as King the Conqueror. Like,
Yeah.
I don't, like, why are you...
Because I read stuff that were like, well, we're not really sure if it's confirmed or not. What do y'all feel about King the Conqueror just showing up randomly in Ant-Man 3?
I kind of am baffled by this because I know it has to deal with the quantum realm, but
Yeah.
he's a time-traveling
He is,
bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
And it just feels weird that they're going to put him in Ant-Man because Ant-Man is... I hate to say he's not that serious, but it's more comedic, and this is a really serious, like, bad guy. Like, he's...
Could he be?
one of the
Could it be like a small part where he is the big bad for the next run?
I don't know, because the way the Marvel Cinematic Universe goes and how they work with things, it's like they could take a character who you think is going to be a big problem, and they're only in it for like fucking 20 minutes.
So, I mean, if Kang shows up, is Ant-Man going to be bouncing around, and that's why he shows up? Or is he trying to destroy the information of time travel?
I think maybe they're going to go with, like, it's something to do with, like, time travel, and Kang is, like, doing something, and Ant-Man catches a whiff of it, and he's like, I got to stop this guy. Just to be perfectly clear, the fact that they put him in the Ant-Man movie means I don't think he's going to be... It's just the Ant-Man movie. I can't see him coming back as a villain.
Yeah, but it seems kind of... Kang's a pretty sizable character just to like, oh, you're Yellow Jacket now. We're just going to finish you off and you're going to be done.
Well, I mean, I guess, like, look at Guardians of the Galaxy, and then you had Ronan, who is, like, you know, going to be, like, conquering the universe and all that. Like, he's one under Thanos. And, like, he loses to a dance-off and shit. Like, he got distracted by a dance-off. Like, so... Marvel does a great job of adding the comedy with seriousness, and they'll make it'll be okay.
I'm not saying it's not going to be bad. Don't get me wrong. It's just like you think like, oh man, if they did like a big bad that's going to be something serious for the Avengers, I would have pictured Kang. So they're like, when I saw that, I was like, Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Like the Marvel Cinematic, like even with fucking Claw, like we were like, Claw was like a low level guy for the Fantastic Four and Black Panther, but I expected a little bit more that they were gonna do with him in Black Panther, and it's like he just does that thing one time with his fucking hand, and you're like you really didn't get any run with him, you know? So
that's that's a really good point. Yeah, because I expect. Yeah, you're right. Claw should have been a kids. Like look at what was it, Secret Wars? Claw was pretty formidable opponent. Formidable.
No, I feel like the Netflix Marvel series was the only one to really build up the villains. The villains don't get any love.
Like look what they did in Luke Cage with fucking this character.
Yeah, Diamondback. They did a wonderful job.
No, the one before Diamondback. That is whose name escapes me.
You're talking about Copperhead.
Yeah,
yes.
That guy, awesome. And they were just like, yeah, you're just going to die in this fucked up...
I know, you're like, they built him up so well, and they're like, and about a half season, you're getting murdered, because we need to bring Diamondback in, who's going to be horrible.
So Luke Cage took on Diamondback and Copperhead?
Yes.
In the first season.
Was that...
In the first season.
Like, the Serpent Society?
Nope.
Why they get it... All right. 2 snake names, and I didn't watch Luke Cage. Maybe that's why I didn't watch Luke Cage, because it's like I tried and I was like, I just can't really get into it.
No, Luke Cage was the first season's fine.
To make a villain so...
Was it good?
Mm-hmm.
I like the actor who played it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Iron Fist season 2 is really good too.
I like
the first
Bushmaster.
I did not like Bushmaster. Because
every
time he showed up, it was just like, hey, let's play reggae music here with Bushmaster.
Okay, yes, that was a bad stereotype thing, but the actor was good. It was a good thing, and I was like, man, I wanted to see if he was going to come back, but the actor's going to play Jet Black on Cowboy Bebop, so I'm looking forward to
The problem,
in all honesty, the only Netflix like too was like Daredevil, and I just love that. It was amazing. But like, I didn't get into Iron Fist. I didn't get into Jessica Jones. I didn't watch Luke Cage. Like, I didn't watch any
Jessica Jones season 1's really good. Season 2 is trash. Iron Fist season 1 is trash. Season 2 is really good. Luke Cage season 2 is bad. The problem I have with Luke Cage in season 2 is whoever did the fight choreography was horrible. They didn't know how to shoot it at all, so it just looked like two awkward guys trying to fight.
No,
Punisher
that's
was
not why
good.
That's not why he dislikes it, folks. He hates it because Luke Cage dap. That's why.
No, he does do that. I did hate that. Yes, you're right. That is correct.
What?
He does.
He does the
does
he does the
this.
dap.
Because he like stops a criminal and he's shooting and he's like, "Ugh." I was like, no, do not do that. And then also as I'm watching it, every time Bushmaster shows up and they're playing reggae, and I always was going, Lord have mercy. And then it happens and I pop and I'm like, yes. So when I went to,
I found that so funny because like every time he was walking down the street, bing, 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 and I'm just like, do they know what the fuck they're doing right now? So, yeah, you just don't watch TV, bro. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. You're the worst
Documentaries.
comic book fan ever. The worst comic book fan I ever met. Like, hey man, did you catch this comic book show? Nah, man.
But I read them.
I read them.
That's
But you know what? I give you credit for that. You read them, and I think it's good that you read them, and you don't get corrupted by what they do with on the big screen. Because I think you would get upset with half the shit you see.
Well, you know, that happened with me with Wolverine. Because when I watched Wolverine, like Origins, the first one, I was, I was pissed because I was like, this isn't Deadpool or whoever it was supposed to be, and he had all that like Morse powers basically, where he could steal a bunch of shit, and then like totally different than the comic book. But then I decided like, okay, so the MCU and then comics are just two totally different things. You have like same characters, but just like don't forget what I've heard. Forget what I've read. And that helped me enjoy some of these movies a little bit more, even though like some of the Wolverine movies, like the X-Men movies all kind of suck though, just because they were dumb.
See? So like, listeners, and I want you to pay close attention to what
and viewers.
Yes,
and
the
viewers.
He's a very adamant comic book fan. I'm a casual comic book fan, and I love some of these comic book movies. Mm-hmm. So it's like I had my gripes, but as a whole, I'm like, oh man, I really love these movies. They're fun. But see the adamant fucking comic book fans like, no, fuck this shit sucks.
When I separate the two, I can enjoy it.
Yeah.
So.
I'm going to buy Joshua a light so that he can have a continuous light on him instead of this discotheque that's going on behind him. Oh, Lordy.
Like
hey, it brings something to the show, baby. Like, come on, all right.
So does hepatitis, but we're not asking for that to be
Don't
on
hate
there
me
either.
'cause
All right.
hepatitis.
It was a joke. Black Adam has finally found its Hawkman, and it's the Invisible Man actor. What's his name? Here we go. Aldous Hodge. If you've Aldous. ALDIS. Aldous. It's Aldous Hodge. If you have seen him in The Invisible Man, he was the kind of the not stepbrother, but he was the brother-in-law of the main actress.
He was the guy that was giving the main actress dick. He was the reason why The Invisible Man was so insane.
And if you remember him, he's in really good shape, just even for The Invisible Man. Like when I saw him, I was like, that guy's jacked for a cop. So I think he's
the one that's weird for looking at.
Shut up! I didn't look at Captain America's penis, but I did like to go. I mean, when I was watching it, I even turned to Stacy and go, "That motherfucker is built like unnaturally built."
See, did you watch the movie, class?
I did. He's jacked.
So like, his shirt was like about to be.
Yeah, it was. It was just like these buttons are really hanging on here.
Yeah.
That's how like when I saw the movie, I was like, how the fuck does the Invisible Man beat the crap out of him so easily?
Yeah.
Yeah, how does the Invisible Man sit quietly in a room and nobody hears anybody breathing or get the sense that there's somebody? There's problems with that movie, but it's a decent movie. I mean, it's not incredible.
It was awesome. I loved it.
All right, well, there we go. Chris Glass approved. He actually watched a movie, but
I did.
God forbid you watch Goonies or Die Hard or The Boys. Speaking of The Boys, they've got a spin-off. It's put on the fast track for all those that are actually watching season 2 and not waiting for the whole season 2 to get on there. So right now we know that Joshua is missing the superpower of a stretching penis. Spoilers. I told class.
I'm not surprised.
I told class about it. It's a great scene when you finally get to it. Apparently, they're going to be set at a college where they're being recruited by Vault International and trying to get into there. It's still going to be an irrelevant R-rated series that explores the lives of hormonal competitive soups as they put their physical, sexual, and moral boundaries to the test, competing for the best contract in the best cities. Part college show, part Hunger Games. Titties. Season finale of season 2 is slated for October 9th on Amazon Prime. If you're not watching it, you should definitely check.
I can binge it.
Yes. No, on October 9th you can binge it because all the episodes will be on there. So you should definitely do that. Okay. As we were talking about earlier, WandaVision is promising that it's going to get crazier and crazier because Kevin Smith tweeted that he loves seeing the new trailer. If you've not seen the trailer on YouTube, check it out. But it showed some very interesting multiverse scenes, and I think there's like a Halloween episode where they're actually wearing like comic, like accurate costumes in there, which looked interesting. And Kevin Smith tweeted that as a kid who bought the Vision and Scarlet Witch comic books miniseries back in the 80s, so ready for it because it's clearly the creepy road to the multiverse of madness, and this trailer's got me imagination going. And then apparently Paul Bettany responded back and he says it gets more bonkers, more and more bonkers.
I disagree. I don't think these are multiverses. I think this is in Vision's
Well, this
head.
is Kevin
Like
Smith saying this though. But yeah, you're right. It could be. No, he didn't write it. I think he just popped for the.
All right then.
I mean, normally Kevin Smith and class can attest to this because he's a big anything view askew, and as he's wearing again, tell him Steve Dave hat. That every time he watches a trailer, I think Kevin Smith cries.
Well, Kevin Smith can do pretty much no wrong. I do love me some Kevin Smith.
Really? So yoga hosers, you're fine with that? That was okay.
I said almost. The only Kevin Smith movie I didn't watch. I started watching, but I couldn't finish because it gave me way too much anxiety. Was Red State, and it was like I don't know if I was just like too stoned at the time or what, but I was just like, I had way too much anxiety. It was like that movie was like it fucked with me. Even
it's kind of a conservative cult movie, is what it is.
Man, it fucked with me, man. That was rough to get through. So I didn't even make it through. But what I was going to say was, if Kevin Smith's a big comic book fan, and multiverse maybe, I think it's more like I don't know if anyone ever read. I'm drawing a blank. What was the No More Mutants? Was that House of X?
House of M.
House of M. I'm sorry. House of M, where Wanda can basically change any kind of reality. And so she's been broken. Her brother, Quicksilver, is dead. Now Vision is dead, like the love of her life. And like other people are coming back, and like he's dead. And so I think she's like, she's going crazy, having a breakdown. This is just. Well,
but don't forget, she brought back Hawkeye, and then he finds out he's dead, and he was like, "This is fucking with me."
yeah, and so exactly, and so it's. I don't know. I think this is like a House of M.
Yeah, because didn't she she created a world where she had children that didn't exist? And then it all got
twins.
It all got destroyed, and then she just lost it and said, "Fuck it." No more mutants.
Like, no more mutants.
No, somebody died. I think Magneto died, or was it Pietro?
Fuck. I'm drawing a blank now. I'm the comic book guy.
Somebody's death, like really, because This House of M took place after Avengers disassembled because she was the reason why the Avengers disassembled. She was saying something happened and she was like, "No more mutants." And I have class cookie story. I have the first issue signed by the artist.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So whatever happened in those events, she just fucking went nuts and she just altered reality.
Yeah. I forgot what happened. It's been so long since I've read this, but I'm going to fucking pull it out. All right, the comic's stuck. So
What have you been doing?
I like how you had it like right there. Like House of M was on display.
His boxes are right there.
I can just bring it up on my iPad real quick on my Marvel.
All my short boxes are all like, this is where my comics are. So
I can't go to Class's house. I'll just fucking read comic books all day.
Oh, come on over, man. We could just hang out and do it, man. I don't remember exactly what happened or what the events were that led to it. But, yeah, she is like... Yeah, because she has the babies ahead of time. The babies were, like, part of her fake reality.
Yes.
And I don't remember... I don't know. I feel like
it was the end of Avengers Disassembled. That's when she said no more mutants.
Let's see.
And that's what caused the House of M. Because So it was probably Pietro that died. But I remember she was the reason why fucking this happened, because I remember like Tony Stark was talking to her. She's like, I feel drunk, but I didn't drink. And then something else happened. Oh, Scott Lang died. There was like an explosion. So if you read Avengers Disassembled, I think that's the beginning of House of M, because she says no more mutants at the end of Avengers.
Because I think they wanted to stop her because they knew she could not hold her power anymore. She was having a hard time holding reality.
Yeah, because House of M starts off with her having the kids. Like, she's actually, like, having the kids. And then Professor X rolls in and is like, dude, you know what you're doing? Like, this isn't real. And she just has a breakdown and, like, yeah, I think you're right. It happened at Avengers Disassembled. Like, when all the Avengers just, like, the shit went down for him. So
because I remember Disassembled because, like, Tony was, like, doing a talk. And he starts slurring his word, and I believe he was talking to Wanda, and he's like, I feel like I'm drunk, but I haven't drank in like forever. And she's like, I don't know, Tony. And like everything that happened bad to the Avengers was because she was around them, and she was causing it subconsciously.
What was that was one of the absolute coolest covers ever. I won't hold it up. Doc could put it up if you wanted to, but that one where like she's falling apart and like, I don't know.
The glass is shattering.
Like she just like little cubes that it's just like, such a good storyline. So good. I totally forgot what it was about. So
you should definitely check it out if you haven't read it, or if you get the Marvel Unlimited. Is it Marvel Unlimited?
Disassembled first, and then House of M.
Yeah. And continuing on with Marvel news and the television, the Disney Plus, She-Hulk has found their She-Hulk. Tatiana Maslany, is that how you say it?
Sounds good.
Maslany, who was the main star in Orphan Black, also appeared in the new show on HBO Max or HBO. What was it called? What was the HBO show called? Perry Mason. That is it.
Perry Mason.
That's the
TV show from the 80s.
Yeah, it's really good on HBO. It's really good. It's very dark.
Really?
You would enjoy it, yes.
Perry Mason's not an old man?
No, he's a young guy just starting in, because when he starts off, he's just a investigator, and then has to become a detective to help out the story that's going on. Cool. But yes, so now we have our She-Hulk. How do y'all feel? Like, are you excited by She-Hulk? It's interesting to see.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they do this. This is going to be interesting. Is she going to be CGI-ish? Is she going to go bulk up for the role?
No, I don't think so. She's not that big. No.
You know, and that's the thing.
Does Jennifer Walters, is she typically
She's
big?
always big.
Okay.
She's always big. Ever since it's like, I believe she's Bruce Banner's cousin. And I think that she had a blood transfusion. And that's what caused her to become She-Hulk. But she's always big.
Well, then wouldn't Carla Giano have been a better choice?
Not a good actress.
Okay, well, that's true.
When I saw
but she's got the body for it.
I was like, dude, there are so many of these, like, and maybe it's a whole acting thing and all that, but it's like there's so many of these like CrossFit chicks and all that are just jacked to the gills, and it's like, pick one of these. But what's her name? Katrin David's daughter. She probably isn't like a good actor, and she's from like what Iceland, so probably has a big accent. But like, I don't know, like someone like that is just ripped, and it's like, because She-Hulk, it's not like, people were like bitching about when what's her name, Gal Gadot became a Wonder Woman, and they're like, oh, she's not big enough and all that. But like, dude, she pulls it off, and like it's believable the way she does it, and she's a good actress, and she's super hot, and it works. So man, it works for the Wonder Woman thing. I don't know.
She's not that great of an actress.
She-Hulk is like, she's like 7 feet tall. She's like supposed to be like huge. I don't know. We were talking about the posters earlier, like that old Captain. I collect vintage posters. That poster's from 1990. I have like a 1987 poster of like She-Hulk where she's running down the street, holding like a group of like a band playing above her, and it's like she's just always jacked. She's always green. She's always jacked. Even when she's just a lawyer and like she presents her cases, she's like in her suit, like always green, always jacked. I don't know. CGI. It's going to have to be CGI or something.
Rick and Morty writer Jessica Gao is going to be the lead writer for it. I mean, there's not much else. And then also apparently Samuel L. Jackson is signed on to appear in some of the Disney Plus, which I think he could work for She-Hulk. I have a feeling if they're doing a Young Avengers, he would work better for. I don't feel like a Fury series would be good.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you.
They said a Disney Plus series, so I don't know. Like,
that's why I feel like a Young Avengers, because wouldn't he do a good job as kind of building up a new line of Avengers?
Yeah, that's the plan, right?
Well, that's what I'm speculating.
No, that's like what you're saying makes sense because we have to have a new Avengers team.
Correct.
Like, so
because you got there've already talks of Katie Bishop showing up in the Hawkeye series. Ant-Man's daughter is supposed to be
Casey Lang.
Yeah, she's supposed to be showing up. I don't know if they would do Ironheart or Iron Lad.
I think with the introduction of Kang, maybe.
Because isn't Iron Lad like a young version of Kang?
Yeah, he's basically a young version that I believe figures out what the older version of him is going to do. But he only lasted like the first arc of the Young Avengers. He died.
But that doesn't mean you can't like have him be there. And if you've introduced the character,
I mean, he had such a short run. I don't know if he's ever came back in publication.
I don't think so.
Didn't Iron Lad like really hate what, in essence, his version of him became or something like that? Like,
I mean, in those fucking, what was it, 5 issues? It was 5 issues, right?
Yeah.
So I think you're better off just doing Ironheart. You introduce the character a little bit better. It's the popular character too, so it's better off if they do it that way.
There's a lot of females on that Young Avengers. Who else would you put on there?
I mean, you still get Hulkling and Wiccan.
You get the Patriot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got the Patriot. Yeah.
And you get the fast one, the Pietro, the fast twin.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Because one was basically a witch and the other one was fast.
That was the Wiccan guy, right?
The Wiccan guy was the Thor.
Was
no,
it?
Wiccan was basically Scarlet Witch's son.
Yeah. That's right. And then you had
the other one, the one that ran fast.
You had the Thor knockoff, the young Thor kid.
I don't know.
He was a Asgardian.
Let's see, Iron Lad, Hulkling, Patriot, Wiccan, Hawkeye. Well, that was Katie Bishop. Casey Lang.
Stature.
Jonas, Vision. But they're not going to introduce the kids. Oh, Thomas Shepard, Speed.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Do you think they could do a... America Chavez. Aren't they wanting to bring in Miss America?
Isn't she... No, actually, no. Miss Marvel too. Wouldn't they just throw?
Well, they have Marvel Boy. Norvar was in the group.
I don't. But I think
he was in Volume 2.
They'll just throw in Miss Marvel too in there.
Or do you throw in Kid Loki?
No.
Okay. Joshua says no Kid Loki for the new Avengers.
No, because like you try to we're trying like piece together what's the right way to do it, and it's like you can go that route and introduce the Young Avengers, but like you said, if Fury's in there, Fury's gonna have to like recruit one or two of them to be in the actual Avengers.
Yeah, I don't think he would get Kid Loki, right?
No.
No, okay. Well,
I could see like a real Miss Marvel, like that chick. What was her name? Kamala Khan. I could see her doing that because like. Dude,
well, they're already working on a series for her.
Are they? Okay, yeah. I bought that Avengers game, and dude, it's taken a lot for me to like play that game because I'm like fucking like.
I played the beta, and I was like,
I want to play. Like it starts off awesome. You're every single Avenger, and I'm like, fuck yeah, this is great. But then I got it.
I still haven't opened
it. Oh,
it.
dude, you play as Kamala for so long, and I'm like, oh, come on, like. Give me Carol Danvers if you want me to be a Miss Marvel. Like, I'll be her all day long. You got this freaking, like, young Fantastic Four chick that she's like, and then she just, like, fangirling out. And I know that's the whole point of it all. But it's like, the second I was able to become, like, Hulk, I'm like, yes, I'm finally someone else. And Hulk is just, like, ripping shit up and, like, just being awesome. But then, boom, you go back to her complaining or like.
She was the main focus of the game.
Okay. You can't even like win. You're Captain America for a brief second, and then like A-Day goes down, and he dies. Like, sorry, not spoiler alert, Joshua. It's like it happens within the first like 10 minutes of playing the game.
Wait, who goes down?
But it's like
Captain America.
Captain America blows up in like the Avengers' big
really?
Ship and shit, and yeah, and then it's like you fast forward like 5 years later, and it's like. It's just there's so much of this young Miss Marvel chick, and I'm just like, come on, man! Like, I don't want to be her. Gosh, she's so annoying, man. And then you get all these like stupid outfits that like you can't even be the real outfits, and it's like, fuck it. I guess you got to unlock it or you got to pay.
Yeah, you got to grind to get those costumes.
Just give me let me buy the season pass. Fuck. Sorry.
All right, well, HBO Max is continuously working on adding more DC shows, and I'm assuming the Suicide Squad is it's going well because Cena is now signed on to do a TV spinoff of Peacemaker, which if you don't know who the Peacemaker is, he is a guy kind of like Captain America, but he kills people to try to get peace.
Right.
So
John Cena called him a douchier Captain America.
That's what Joshua says. Yes,
Captain America, just douchier.
So
he has like the worst headgear I've ever seen.
Yeah, it does look bad.
Right.
So I'm assuming like that character went over because why else would HBO Max go? Yeah, let's greenlight a series based upon this character that has done nothing.
I think they just was like, we need content for this HBO Max service.
I understand content, and you know what? There's some really fucking good shows on there. Like at first when HBO Max came out, I was just like, there's not a lot on there. But Raised by Wolves is really, really good. The Third Day is a fucked up, like Jude Law's in it. It's a fucked up show. You got all the DC Universe because DC Universe is going away. Now DC Infinity, with just comic books only, will be showing up soon.
Such a subtle fucking cop off of Unlimited.
I know. We're Infinity plus one.
like marketing is so bad now, man. I wish I had a marketing job. Like, that's the best they could come up with.
It is, yes.
Infinity, Beyond.
If you're waiting for the new Suicide Squad movie, it's going to be coming out August 6th of 2021
on HBO Max.
Well, depending on the way our world is, maybe. Cena's going to be showing up in F9, which Fast and Furious, get ready. Yes, and he's going to be hosting Wipeout on TBS, which if you're gonna watch Wipeout, you might as well go watch them MXC, which I've been binging. Better. Oh, I don't know who these guys are, but every episode is just amazingly funny.
Yeah, like Kenny Blankenship.
Yes,
and Vic Romano. I love them. And if you download the Tubi app, Tubi,
that's where we're watching it. Yes.
Unlimited. Yes.
That's where
you
we're
can
watching
watch
it.
them all on there.
Right, you are, Ken. So, yeah.
Good one.
In video game world, Joshua, did you get your PS5 pre-ordered?
I sure
Did you?
did, buddy. I sure did, by the grace of the ordering gods.
Job.
See, I was holding off because my first focus was going to be the
Am I still gonna
Xbox.
get an Xbox Series X, or no? Is that's done?
What's that?
I got my Xbox Series X coming. I was
Oh,
there.
nice.
I was told I had a line on the Xbox Series X. I was wondering if that's still going.
So let me tell you my story of what happened. So I was planning on getting the Xbox Series X because I don't play a lot of PS. So the games are going to be coming out for the PS4. They're not going to be anything different for the PS5, at least for the first probably 6 months to a year. So I'll get the new Miles Morales without having to pay the extra charge to get the Spider-Man version of the PS5 game. Anyway, so I set up last Tuesday. I've got my, as class saw, my new widescreen monitor. So I've got like Best Buy set up. I've got Amazon set up. I've got Walmart. I've got the Microsoft sites. Every site open. So at 11 a.m., I went in and I put in all my information, Target, so that no matter what happens, I'm set up. So as soon as it goes, and I start hitting, and like Walmart allowed me to put it into their the cart, and then all of a sudden it's gone. Target, you keep pushing on the pre-order button, it goes nowhere. GameStop just puts you in a queue. Amazon's got dogs on there, so you can't even order anything from Amazon. Microsoft had it, and then it just kept giving me an error every time I tried to click on it. So it was sitting in the cart, wouldn't let me order. Finally, I was in Target, hit the pre-order, but nothing was happening. Lo and behold, I guess my PNC card goes, oh, what's this $530 thing that you're ordering? Are we allowed to order this? And I was like, I saw the email, and I'm like, yes, and then go back into my cart. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. So thank you. So I'm just sitting there, and I'm on Reddit, and somebody's like, Amazon on the Smile thing, they've got the link. Here it is. Went on there, got it pre-ordered. Good to go. And then, like, I think within 5 minutes, because I posted it on our message board, like, hey, it's up on Amazon. It was gone by the time it is. And then I get a message late this week, like, from Microsoft. And they're like, hey, did you forget something in your cart? And I'm like, it's like, well, yeah, I did. Like, you wouldn't let me order it. And so I'm like, man, do I order this and, like, flip it? Do I order it and give it to somebody else? And so I go, okay. Let me, by this time, and it was like 2 hours after the cart email had shown up. I was like, all right, fine. Let me at least go order it. I'll hook up somebody so at least they feel like they've got an Xbox. I hit the button, error, hit the button, error, hit the button, error, hit the button, error. They're like, come back later. It's our fault, not yours. I was like, okay. Check it the next day. Cart completely cleaned out. So, nope, no Xbox Series for you, Joshua. So,
Okay.
But there's supposed to be more, I think, coming. They're holding a lot of the shipment for closer to Black Friday, which really Black Friday's not going to happen this year. So I don't know what's
It's all gonna be virtual,
Oh, it's
right?
just digital Black Friday.
Yeah,
Cyber
yeah.
Monday again.
Like
Just
myself,
Cyber
I think I'm off Thursday, so I don't even have to work on Thanksgiving. It's been a long time since I haven't had to work on a Thanksgiving. So yeah, because with COVID and everything, they're not going to be able to get a lot of those people into stores. It's going to be a whole different world. A whole new world.
Oh, new world.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was at there was two GameStops real close to my house, and I went to one that's like kind of like
You actually
like,
went
not a lot
to a
of-
GameStop.
Mhm.
Wow.
I went there. I pulled up, and there were about 8 people in line at about 8 in the morning. It was
Yeah,
right
wouldn't it
after I
suck
dropped
if you
my
went
daughter
there
to
and they're like,
school.
we only had 8 pre-orders?
Yeah, well, that's what happened.
Oh, no.
And so, yeah, they had 5 Series X's and like some. Who cares about the S's? And I was like, Psh, I don't want that shit.
That's
I
what
want the X.
Joshua wants.
And the S?
Yeah, I was gonna get it, but then I was like, fuck it, I'll just take an X. Fuck it.
Well, especially when you got to pay for that additional, like, $200
Yeah,
hard
200.
drive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still probably gonna have to do that, but I don't know. But I was like, fuck it, let me just get the X after having a conversation with my game people.
And
Well,
if you
those
think about it, the
4K.
X is actually a slower system
Yeah.
Versus how the PS5 and the other version of the PS5, which is just a streaming box only, but the power is still the same. So you might as well just bump it up to the Xbox Series X.
Yeah, that's basically what I was gonna. I was like, fuck it, let me just do that.
Plus, you got like more storage, and then you also have like the legit 4K like compatibility, which I don't even have a 4K TV. So like the day I get my Xbox, I'm going to buy a 4K TV as well.
That's what I told my friend. I was like, listen, Chief, when I get the goods, tell me what TV I gotta buy. I gotta connect, and I'm gonna get the TV. So this TV I had for 3 years is out of here.
Yep, I'm doing the same thing. So I'm gonna do the same thing. But yeah, so I went to the one GameStop, and I was like, "Fuck, man!" I was like, "I guess I'm not gonna get it." And I was talking to Brent. You know him, Josh. And
yes.
And so
how many points do they score in a baseball game?
They're runs, damn it! They're not points. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna go to this other GameStop that's like right on Veterans Parkway. That's like down in Southern Indiana. It's like all the stores are right here, and I was like, it's gonna be fucking sold out and all that. I roll up, no one was there.
Oh,
like,
wow!
I was like, what the fuck? I pull up, and one guy was parked up front. He was Puerto Rican actually, and he was parked right up front. He was like,
"Oye, ¿cómo está mi amigo?
Yeah, get the pica aquí, man." So I walk up and I'm like, dude, I'm the first one. And he I see a door open. And he's like, and I was like, okay, you could be number one. You could keep chilling right there. I was like, I brought seats. I sat down. Brent pulled up. I had a seat for him. So that one dude was 1. I was 2. Brent was 3. That store got 10 X's and 2 S's.
Ooh.
And so by 9:30, people were coming up. And they were just like, sold out. You might as well go home. Yeah. People were showing up at like 11:15 when we were walking out. They're like, "How the folks are sold out?" And it's like, bro, this thing's been sold out for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. Like, what have you been doing?
Oh yeah, no.
I had one in my Best Buy cart. I for shits and giggles, I tried to get it. I had it. Same problem I had with my PS5, and it was just like, yeah, just come back later. I was like, yeah, I don't need it that bad.
Well, guys, Amazon did a lot of announcing for their new systems with their Echoes and everything else, Fire TV. And I guess they're jumping on the gaming service called Luna. So you buy the controller, and then it'll connect up to your Fire TV, PC, or Mac, and allow you to stream games over that.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know about this. That's pretty cool.
You pay for the controller and then $6 a month, and you have the controller streaming. Now, I'm not sure if the games are going to cost you anything additional versus like with the Xbox Gaming Pass, which if you have the Ultimate, you can actually stream to your tablet or phone now with devices.
That's what Microsoft is trying to do.
Yes, that's their thing, their big thing. Super Mario animated movie is officially in the works for 2022.
It's me, a Mario.
That's not how he says it. How do you say it?
Mario.
All right, time on this one. All right. Where was time on that? Okay, good. I'll pull that. Thank you. Reports confirmed that the CG Super Mario movie is scheduled for the release of 2022. Production is moving ahead smoothly. They said they're working with some of the top talents behind the scenes to make this. So are you all excited for a CG Mario movie? Mario.
Nope. I saw a great Mario movie with an end credit scene when I was a kid in the 90s. I don't need a CGI Mario.
Mario.
If Wario is going to be the bad guy in that one.
Is he?
It's going to be Bowser. I don't know. That'd be interesting, right?
It's got to be better than the live action, I would assume.
I don't know. My Super Mario is Captain Lou Albano. So.
Oh, somebody's watching MXC in my house.
Really, class? Shouldn't it be Ron Jeremy because he played Mario in a adult version?
Whoa, really? Of course he did. No, that's amazing. I'm looking that up right now.
And then
although Well, no.
As you're looking it up, finally in video game news, Among Us developers are canceling the sequel because they want to add more content to the current game of the developers Inner Sloth. If you've not played Among Us, it's one of the biggest games outside of Fall Guys, where you play with 10 people, and usually 1 or 2 are imposters, and they're out there to kill or destroy the ship you're on, and you're trying to find out who it is and vote people out of the ship or into lava. And what you do is you have discussions and vote people out.
The most boringest fucking game ever.
It is. No, it's actually a very entertaining game. Now, I was playing it.
It's not.
I was playing it recently, and the guy I was with playing it next to me apparently trolls. So he makes up shit so that he gets voted out, so it screws the game up. And I'm like, why are you playing like this?
Because he just wants the world. He wants to watch the world.
He did. That's what it was. Like, so we're playing it, and, like, I'm one of the imposters, and he's just like, I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to fucking kill you. You better vote me out. I'm going to fucking kill you. And I was just like, God, dude, you're going to get voted out pretty easily. And then I was like, turning and be like, do you really want me to kill Black? I'll kill Black for you if you want me to.
Is he sus?
He was sus. But he was just like, he talked smack like the whole time. Yeah, sus is the...
I was playing it yesterday. And I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. So it was like, hey, press the button. So I pressed the button. It was like, oh, you called an emergency. And he's like, what's up, Josh? You got any info for us? I was like, bro, I don't know how the fuck I'm playing this game.
Oh, that seems sus. We need to vote him out. Vote him out. So, yeah, Clash, you should definitely download it. You'll enjoy it.
Among Us?
Among Us.
I have it on my phone now.
There you go. Excellent. So, yeah.
Sucks.
Enjoy it. So they're looking to add more stuff like, one, if you're colorblind, the game does not play well with you because they're all colors. The worst is when you're playing and you've got a couple people that'll name themselves like Black, but they're purple, and then his friend is on there who is named Purple, but he is black, and then you're just like, we're voting for Purple, that's who it is. You mean Black Purple? Or Purple Black?
Apple?
They're adding a friend account system, which would be cool. So, like, if we're playing, we can add each other and then join a game. They're putting in new stages, and then they're working on hopefully additional 2 more maps. I don't know. So they're working. I
can't wait for this fad is over. Like, I really can't wait.
And apparently that game's been out for a few years or something like that, and somebody found it and it blew up.
Some celebrity. Some gaming celebrity.
Yeah, because I didn't know. Because all of a sudden on Reddit, I see all this Among Us, and I was like, what is this game? And, yep, I've played a few rounds and stuff. So it's interesting. Well, that will bring the show to a close. We'll start off with Class and his great background over there. What'd you learn this week?
I learned that I'm not that far off of Captain America.
Oh, okay, good. Like, by how many inches?
Oh, maybe like 1, maybe.
Oh, there you go.
I didn't pay that much attention to it. But I was just like, looked, and it's like, I expected more. I don't know what I expected, honestly.
Yeah, what did you expect? Like, more?
I don't know. I guess I didn't expect anything, but like when
it sounds like you were underwhelmed.
No, I just it.
Or you looked at it and you go, yeah, that's what I figured Chris Evans' penises would look like.
No, you know when like, and I don't look at him as that. I looked at him as like Captain America, and so that's why I was like, okay, I'm all right.
You know, this reminds me of Letterkenny.
Was
like,
I don't know.
Because one of the characters, they were like, hey, you know what? One of these guys has a big penis, and they all talking about it, and it ends with the main character going, you know what? There should be something a lot about not talking too much about a dick. There should be too much talking. This is exactly this moment.
Well, I mean, I don't know. You should. There you go, Joshua.
The Chris Glass disgruntled, uncomfortable talk. Yeah.
Just kind of faded away, man. I don't know. Okay, man, whatever.
Joshua.
I mean, I didn't say I wanted to touch it or suck it or anything. I was just like, look at that. Okay, that's what he got.
I will never forget the first time he did that in front of me, for the rest of my life. It is the funniest shit ever. He's like, yeah, man, I don't. And I'm just standing there like, what the fuck is wrong with him?
Those are the old episodes of Back Row Heckler. Did you hear me do that a whole bunch? I just kind of
Yeah.
fade off like, man, it's not even worth fucking arguing.
Yeah,
Like,
man, yeah, fuck it. All right, go ahead, Doc. I've been waiting for you to ask me.
All right, what have you learned this week, Joshua?
You know what I learned? I'm going to spend a shit ton of money on Marvel Strike Force next week.
Why? What's coming out?
They are releasing 2 symbiote characters to go with the other 3 symbiotes, and they are going to be a fucking powerhouse.
Which ones are they releasing?
Anti-Venom and Scream.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, is it both Eddie Brock's there or what?
I believe the Venom I'm playing with is Eddie Brock. I don't know if they're going to say this Anti-Venom is Eddie Brock.
Because Eddie Brock did play was anti-Venom for a little while.
Yeah.
Who else has
we
been
have
him?
Symbiote Spider-Man and regular Spider-Man, so they're both Peter Parker. So.
Well, and with the new Marvel Legends that are coming out, there's a whole Venom line that's like a whole Venomized line. And
Yeah.
it's like there's a Miles Morales Venomized. There's a Gwenpool or a Gwen Stacy.
Flash
whatever,
Thompson. It could be a Flash Thompson.
Could be a Flash. Flash Thompson was anti-Venom, wasn't
Yep.
Or no, was he?
No, he was Agent Venom.
He was Agent Venom.
No, they said he during Venom Incorporated, he used the elements of the anti-venom to create a new cure for the toxic shock. So he's been one of the
Toxic
hosts.
Shock.
Yes,
Toxic.
toxic shock syndrome, and then
You know what toxic?
toxic shock.
Leaves a tampon in too long.
Well, yeah, apparently, I guess if you got your venom, then you're too long. And then Roderick Kingsley, the Hobgoblin, apparently was anti-venom.
My girlfriend at the time, she was training to become a nurse, and the daughter was like showing symptoms, and she's like, "That sounds like toxic shock." And she's like, "Watch them pull a tampon out of her." And literally, like 10 minutes later, "What's this, sweetie? Why did you put this in there?" She's like, "I wanted to be a woman, Daddy."
Are you serious?
holy-
Oh my god, that
Yeah.
could kill someone because you go septic.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
not
she was
good.
like, and I was like, "Look at you, nurse extraordinaire," and she wound up to become a nurse. So good
Wow.
for her.
Damn. good for her.
And then I've learned this week that I was mocked openly for waking up early to pre-order an Xbox game.
Oh, Stacy.
Yeah, she was like, I was like, I'm going to bed. She's like, why are you going to bed so early? I was like, I got to be up around 10:30 so I can go ahead and get everything ready so that I can pre-order for the Xbox Series X. She's like, you're 45. Why are you pre-ordering? And I was just like, because I don't want to be a 45-year-old on November 15th sitting outside a GameStop or a Best Buy. I'd rather go ahead and get this knocked out. And I mean, if I couldn't, I would have waited. It's not a big deal. And then I know Joshua learned that when he buys video games, he buys wrestling tickets, he buys gaming system, that it's actually tax deductible because he works on shows that require that information. You're welcome.
Yeah,
So, class, since you work on this show, you can actually take the Xbox Series X as a tax deductible.
Really? And all these Marvel Legends, I could.
Yeah.
If I talk about them, I could.
That's true. That's
the
true.
ones you bought this year, though.
Yeah, it has to be what you buy this year. Or if you attend wrestling events and still do the podcast and talk about those events, you
technically,
can
I
use
still
it.
have my wrestling events on my PayPal.
So yeah, because in essence, it's stuff that you're utilizing to do for content.
Because I could have made a buttload of money off of back row hecklers. I'll tell you that.
Damn, but the amount that I've spent as opposed to the amount that I'm making off of the show, it's like.
I don't know.
If it helps you save on taxes.
I don't know what it means to make anything off these shows. All right.
We will. You're working really hard, Doc. The YouTube shows are looking amazing.
Now we can just get
And-
viewers, so
and
we
I
need to
think
really
it's a matter
start
of time.
figuring out how to promote them. So again, yeah, you can definitely. Well, one, we'll find out how can people learn more about Chris Class.
If they go on Twitter and Instagram, follow Chris Class BRH.
He will not accept you on Instagram, though.
And well, if it means getting more viewers, then yeah, I'll accept you. Maybe I'll have to change my name to Chris Class FN, Frackin' Nerds. since BRH is RIP right now.
It's only taking a deep sleep.
Alright,
That's all.
It's in a coma.
Yeah, it's in a coma.
It's in a medically induced coma. So
Spreaker
don't worry.
fees have been cut off, son.
All right, well,
Oh.
turn that shit back on when the world goes back to normal. Big fucking deal.
That's what I was saying that earlier, man. It's just a matter of getting the gang back together.
Oh, yeah, if you
That's
do
it.
cut off your,
I talked to Brian still.
I hit him up. I told him, I was like, hey, bud, what's going on? I haven't heard from you in a while. And like, he's like, yeah, I've been watching Letterkenny. And I'm like, that's awesome.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I talk to him all the time, and I talk to Matt. Oh, happy belated birthday, young Matthew. I miss you.
Yeah, I wish that son of a gun, happy birthday, didn't even fucking respond back to me. I'm hurt.
It's all right.
Damn.
He won't be watching the show, so
And we play fantasy football together.
Oh, you play Final Fantasy football? That's awesome.
Yes.
Oh, can I? Yeah, real quick. The guy at work who had the Final Fantasy draft. So the first week I go, oh shit, you got Calvin Ridley on your team. Did you start him? Well, he's on my bench. And I was just like, that doesn't get you any points, buddy. So the first game, he had like 25 points. I go, add him for next week. And he's like, okay. So last Sunday I go, how much is Calvin Ridley getting you? I don't know. I'm going to look. He's got like 29 points. I said, motherfucker, he's still on your bench. What are you doing? He goes, oh, you mean I need to add him? Those bench points don't count anything? And I was like,
stick with Final Fantasy.
No. I said, here, give me your lineup. We're setting it up. So I had to put Devontae Parker in, who got him 11 points, and he won last week somehow, and had Calvin Ridley sitting on his bench.
Wow.
Yeah.
His opponent must have eaten shit.
Yeah.
God.
Joshua, how can we learn more about you?
Yeah, if you want to see me complain about the refs in these NBA playoffs, you can follow me on Twitter at Green Eyed Bebop. And if you want to see me post these wonderful masks that my friends make on my Instagram, you can follow me at Green Eyed Bebop as the same.
He does. He has a few of them. Classes somehow
15,
disappeared.
So.
15 masks. That is a lot.
Yeah, because I want to wear one for every day of the week, and I don't have to fucking worry about, like, doing. Yeah. I don't want to have to worry about fucking reusing ones.
Oh, those masks. Okay, I thought you were talking about like Halloween masks.
No.
I bought a bunch of these.
What is this? I like this one. This one was pretty cool.
Joshua will like this.
This was today's mask.
Oh, there you go.
Oh yes, I love that guy. I met him. I mean, I met the guy he hates. Check that out. That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
you didn't meet Mark Hamill.
What's going on?
Okay.
Little
It's one of
Dragon
the,
Ball Z.
Pokemon guys or whatever.
No,
right?
it's Dragon Ball Z.
I don't know about that. Yeah, okay, whatever.
It's one of those Pokemon guys right
Fucking
there.
Pikachu.
Oh,
I don't know about
Lord.
that shit.
All right. Well, to find more information about Frackin' Nerds, you can go to Instagram. You can go to YouTube, which you'll see the video podcast of it, and any other additional content we start to create. Also, with our YouTube channel, I'm going to start putting up. If you've never seen it, I used to host a creature feature show, Real Freaks. So I may be uploading an episode or ever so often where we take an old classic film and we mock it. So it's good times. And then if you enjoy it, I actually have Real Freaks DVDs to sell if anybody actually would like to buy the season 1 of the only season we had. And then, let's see, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. If you want to follow Doc Martin, Doc_Martin on Twitter. I just pretty much follow whatever Josh was complaining about and post something about that. So, yes. So
About these fucking arrests.
yeah, they're gonna give LeBron the championship. It's already where it's going.
I just like the fact that people were like, "Oh, he locked up Murray in the last game," and I'm like, "You clearly see fucking fouls." And
Well, yeah, especially after he's complaining, it's like I'm not getting enough free throw shots, and then he was like,
"No, that was the funny thing. Like Game 3 complains about the fucking free throws, right? Not enough fouls or whatnot. Game 4, him and Anthony Davis go to the line more than the fucking Denver Nuggets combined.
Yeah, that ain't right. That is not right. All right, guys.
And I'm like,
well, that will be bring the show to a close. So for Chris Class, all the way over on the Indiana side, and our own Joshua Carabello, all cleaned up. looking handsome. The ladies will be excited. The men will be excited. And maybe he can compare his penis to Chris Evans. All he's got to do is search for it. This is Doc Martin saying, have a frackin' good week.